What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Seth, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Heckbug, the red promo one, in Trove. So this is Defiance. So you're going to have to install Defiance through your glyph thing that you normally run Trove with, because of course this is an Tryon Worlds game. It's a third-person shooter, but we won't get into any of that for today's video. So first of all, once you get through the tutorial area, which is just back there, you are going to end up coming out here. And I've already got a vehicle, and I already have a bunch of the fast travel points unlocked, so I'm just gonna kind of show you all. Once you end up coming out of the tutorial, there's gonna be a couple little side quests and stuff that you can do along the way, but ultimately it doesn't really matter that much because the only thing that we're really going for is the Monarch Heckbugs. But one thing that's very, very important is if you want to end up getting your hands on a mount, that is to say this Jeep, you're going to want to come into this area and start doing a couple of the main quests. Main quests, of course, are like the big exclamation marks and stars and stuff like that. But either way, come here, do a couple of the quests until you end up getting this thing. One of them has you go up to a sniper's ridge, and then you'll end up getting the vehicle. And as you're exploring the map, you can see these blue things are actually fast travel points, but what we're looking for right now are these random red arcfall events, and specifically we're looking for the colonial one, which it doesn't seem like any of them spawned right now, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like anyone's clearing these out, because the way that these work is if some group of people ends up clearing this one out, another arcfall event would spawn thereafter, and thus giving us more chance of it being the one that we're looking for. So I'm just gonna stop the recording until I find the one we want. Now this is very, very lucky. We actually got one of these big events. These are very, very rare events, and even rarer to find. Well, I don't know if they're very rare, but either way, the colony courtship is the one that we're looking for. And usually you'll find them just on their own like this, but if you have a big wide area like this, all of these are colony courtship, thus giving you more opportunity to kill even more of the monarchs. So as you can see as well, all the purple on our little radar is a bunch of other players all coming out to all try and grind this out. And I mean, that's kind of the biggest thing that you're gonna be counting on, is the fact that there's gonna be other players around to help you out, because soloing this stuff can definitely be very, very difficult just because you'll end up being outnumbered, not to mention like the power of some of these enemies. But this event in itself, as we're slowly closing off all of these towers or colony courtship things, whatever these little rocks are called, as we're defending them and kind of fighting them, getting a little bit of lag here, we'll end up having a queen come out a little bit later, but I'll talk about that in a minute, because this is the monarch right here. You have to kill 50 of these bad boys. Now, thankfully, it seems like you still get the points, at least as far as I can tell, even if other people end up killing it. It kind of went out of the circle right there, because there is no way that I killed 50 of these all on my own, and I still ended up getting the reward in Trove anyways, right? So what you end up doing is, as you're killing these creatures, usually there's only 2 monarchs per colony, but if you get lucky enough and get this big one like we got here, that means that eventually once we get to the end and close off all of these portals, back in action, there's going to end up being a queen. And that event in itself spawns tons and tons of monarchs. Like, seriously, it can be very, very chaotic and very, very awesome. So anyways, this is pretty much all you're doing for hours on end, is grinding, 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 hoping that you can find other people just to leech a little bit, if not to at least have a little bit of help as you're killing the monarchs. And you just keep killing them over and over and over again, and eventually on the left hand side of your screen you're going to see that I don't know what it was or what it says exactly, but it does say Trove quest complete or something like that. Either way, you're gonna get a little bit of a notification for it. So that's pretty much it, everybody. Not really anything else to explain about it other than go out there and happy hunting.